How do you know you're meant to be an entrepreneur? One of the traits that Eric mentions is it really starts as a side hustle when you're a kid, when you're broke and you want to make money. You don't know what you want to spend your money on, but you want to make money. In middle school and high school, you see the kids that are selling snacks, selling candy, and all of that. But I was not that sociable back then to even do that. Without giving much of a thought was, oh, I'm good at merching in video games. And through the end of middle and high school, I was very committed on MapleStory. I'll tell you how MapleStory works. MapleStory is an MMO, level 1 to level 200, and you can always pay to play. You can buy Nexon cards from 7-Eleven, and you can use that to buy better equipment or play Gachapon. And this is how gachas got started because of MapleStory. There was a way in MapleStory to sell items to get Nexon money. It was called the MTS trade. And for the MTS trade, you put up an item for a certain amount of Nexon money, and someone will buy it. For me, I was merching, buying as much items as I could, selling it to the MTS. Over the course of 2 years, I made up to 1 million Nexon points. And if it's a 1-to-1 ratio, it should be about $1,000. Well, it wasn't $1,000. As I was selling it in bulk, because I wanted to get rid of it as fast as I could, I was selling it at a discounted rate. So at the end of the day, I made about $600 to $700. To a 16-year-old, that's pretty good money. It was even funny because the only way I could take that money was PayPal. So I had $600 of real cash in PayPal sitting to spend it on whatever I want. And that was nice. I didn't know what I wanted to spend it on, but it was nice to have that money. And from that moment on, something clicked where I thoroughly enjoyed having a side hustle. I remember selling the first transaction. I was selling about $150K which were for Nexon points, which is about $1,200. I remember that first transaction. I'm like, dude, am I gonna get scammed? Well, thank God I made the purchase on MTS and the guy sent me the money in PayPal. And that's when I realized, oh, this is nice. Sometimes you just trust the first stranger on the internet to make your first nut. And after I got the first transaction, I got rid of the rest of the 800K of Nexon points 2 weeks and not scammed once. What are some of your crazy side hustles when you were a kid is what I want to know.